You're welcome to Being with B, and I'm always excited when I know that we're coming to rub minds together to look at issues that people don't really talk about, and we're going to find a solution, because this is a solution platform where you come in with your burden and then we lift your burden, we lighten your burden. They say a problem shared is a problem half solved. So this is where we find solutions to those pressing issues of yours going on around us in the society. And today we want to talk about, want to look at a very critical area. People at the top, everybody believes that they have arrived, so they don't lack anything, they don't need anything, their life is just perfect. But no, come on, those people still have needs, still have vacuum that needs to be filled. So today we want to talk about mistakes that CEOs make that affect their company negatively. Who is a CEO? A CEO is the highest ranking in the company, the chief executive officer of a company, the figurehead, the person that leads the team. The success and failure of the company lie on the shoulder. So if it's not up and doing, then he or she should be ready to meet his or her doom. But today, we want to look at those things that they can do, dissect those things that they have been doing without knowing, or knowingly or unknowingly, and also tell them what to do so that they will not meet their doom. We need more CEOs in our society. So first and foremost, you should know that the success or failure of a company relies solely on how the CEO is able to manage it. When CEOs are willing to learn, mistakes become an advantage. But when a CEO is not willing to learn, oh God, you know what that means. Alright, so today there are so many things that CEOs do, knowingly or unknowingly, that affects the company negatively. We are not going to look at all of them because they are plenteous. But we are going to look at 10. And if I'm happy at the end of, after giving you the 10, I can add Jara to it. But let's look at 10 mistakes that CEOs do that affects the company negatively. Which one is your own? Before I start talking about it, you might have come across, you might have discovered certain things that you do because you think you're the owner of the company, or you are the person at the top. You are not answerable to anybody, everybody's answerable to you, and then you can afford to do anything that you want to do. No, it is not like that. If you go like that, it is going to affect your company negatively. So let's look at number one. What is that thing, the first thing on my list? I'm not saying this is the very first in the entire life, because individual differences, what is applicable to you might not be applicable to me. Out of this thing, you might find your own, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 10 I'm going to mention. Or if you have up to this 10, that is the danger sign. Is doing pom. First thing is taking shortcuts to growth. You want to boycott everything. Fast success. You want everything to be fast. You want to make that billions of naira fast, and you boycott certain things that you need to do. Hey, come back. Let's take a staircase for instance. The steps at the staircase is not for decoration, it's to guide you to get to the top. That is, you've already seen where you're going to, and the steps there guide your movement, guide your steps to reach where you're going to. And if you jump from first to 10, you just put your first leg on the first step, and then want to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 9, and then reach 10. You know what will happen. It's either you tear your legs apart, or you break your legs, or you fall down and break your backbone, or anything bad will happen to you. So you do not boycott that. When you try to boycott certain things that you need to do now, in terms of financial management, in terms of time management, in terms of coordination, everything, you see that as stress, and then you want to, let's make this money. Hey, calm down. You are on your way to failure. Number 2 is relying solely on their own perspective. You are the CEO, so You realize so much, you know it all. If they knew it, why didn't they make it? Why didn't they come up with their company? So for people to work with you, for people to be under you means that you are the boss, you are the guy, No, it is not about you. Success on a grand level takes more than one mind. That is why you are the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, meaning you have other people under you. You have your directors, you have your management staff, you have your staff, you have people from the management level to the last level, even your external publics, that's your clients, your customers, or whosoever you are relating with. Those are the people under you. And if you neglect their contribution, if you believe that whatever you say or do is final, my dear, you are going to fail woefully. CEOs must have a vivid mental picture of the company, meaning that they have to listen to feedback. Listen to the feedback, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is ugly, please listen to it. It will help you to grow. The good ones will make you to work harder. The bad ones will make you to adjust. Look at those lapses, look at those things that you didn't do well, and close up the lapses that you have, so that failure will not penetrate, downfall will not penetrate, and everything that is not supposed to be there will not filter in. Number 3, having ego. If somebody say E for ego, not this time around, it's not E for energy, but E for ego. Yeah, ego will always pop up if you do not know how to control it. You are the boss, so you have to do anything that you want to do. You can come anytime you want to come. You said there's a meeting that involves the management and the staff by 10 o'clock. Because you are the CEO, you come in by 12 o'clock, everybody's waiting, yearning for you, and it affects productivity, because if everybody is waiting for you to arrive at 12 o'clock, 2 good hours, you are missing out, and that is money going. So you have to drop your ego. Nobody talks to you, nobody corrects you, everything you're doing is right. No, don't allow ego to overshadow you. You are at the top does not mean that you are the only relevant person. Everybody in your company is important. Number 4 is they work harder but not smarter. You work hard, but not smarter. There's a difference between working harder and there's a difference between working smarter. You work harder but you don't see results. You work smarter, you see results. You don't put in so much energy, so much effort to achieve something. But when you work harder, you want everybody to know that you are working. You are in charge. You are this. You will break down. So calm down and do what you have to do. Do it intelligently and achieve the result. What's number 6? Number 6 is try to do it all. In pidgin, they say, work no dey finish. So when you work, calm down, relax. You want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this. No, if you do everything today, trust me, there will be nothing to do tomorrow. So the productivity and effectiveness of the company depends on the bandwidth of the CEO. Job has never finished, work has never finished. It gets done by the day, by the time. So every time has its own challenge. Every time has its own work schedule. So give it the time, the needed time that's supposed to be given, and let the other time rest. Don't try to model everything together and you don't achieve the needed result. So what's number 7? Number 7 is failure to communicate. When there is poor communication, employees will tend to do what is important to them, not what necessarily is important to the organization or company. Remember, everybody is working towards a collective goal. So if this one is doing what he or she thinks is important to him, and this one does what is he or she thinks is important to him, you will not achieve the desired result. So communication is important from top to bottom and from bottom to top. So you don't only give out information, only give instruction and do not pay attention. So failure to communicate, listening to people, listening to feedback, listening to staff will make you fail. And number 8 is they don't ask for help. Either they are scared of mockery, people laughing at them, or people thinking that, why should he be the one to ask for help? No, there is nobody that is above help. Please ask for help when you need help. If you want to copy shamelessly. If you want to ask for help, please ask shamelessly. Don't be ashamed to ask for help when you know that you are in a fix. When you know that you are stuck somewhere and you need help, irrespective of where the help is coming from. So far you are able to solve that problem, please go ahead and seek help. Do not close your mouth. Speak out. If you cannot speak out, any way you can communicate, any way you can talk about what you are looking for, or any way you can seek for help, please do that. And the next one, which I was a victim till I was dealt with seriously, is being too busy for your staff. Being too busy to be present with your staff. You're always busy. You have to attend meetings, you have to go here, you have to go there, especially if you belong to so many organizations like me, or you have so many meetings, you have other engagements, you're doing this, doing that, doing this at the same time. You don't have time to be with your staff. You've never been hated before. You've never faced this calamity that you come down and your company is at zero level. When I mean zero level. No matter how busy you are, always create time to be with your staff. Every employer will be happy to work with somebody that always find time to be with them. If you are always busy, you don't even find time to be with them, they will do anything they want to do and get away with it. But if you are there, you'll be able to discover certain lapses, certain things that are not going on fine. You arrest it at the initial stage. You arrest it early enough. But when you allow it to eat deep into the fabrics of your company, it might take a whole time or take so much resources to correct that. And I know you don't want that to happen to you. So finally, number 10, lack of adaptation to market changes. Every business has its own market. And the earlier you start monitoring, paying attention to the changes, the evolution and everything about your market, the better for you. So ignoring industry changes will adversely affect your company. Successful CEOs understand the importance of welcoming new ideas. Do not depend so much on your yesterday's success, because it can become today's mediocrity. The world is evolving. So as the world evolves, you also need to evolve. Your business has to evolve. So do things that is applicable to today's world, instead of banking on, oh, that's how we did it. That's how we used to do it. Yes, you used to do it and get the result. Are you still doing the same thing and still get the result, the desired result? If the answer is no, then you have to change. In all of this, how does it affect the company? How does this attribute, this actions, this attitude, this character affect a company? First is financial impact. There is no how you pay, you ignore all these things that it will not have financial implication. It will affect your finances. If you were making, let's say, 1 million in a month, you might drop to 500,000 instead of improving. The desire of every business owner is to consistently improve, increase, boost, expand. But if you're, then that is not a good sign for your business. Poor decisions can lead to financial instability, impacting the ability to invest in growth, hire top talent, or weather economic downturn. The next thing is reputation damage. It's going to damage your reputation. Imagine if there's anything that, any negative feedback from your company, or there's a bad impression that was sent out by your staff, and then you don't arrest that because you're always too busy to pay attention to people. Remember, we talked about feedbacks and all of that. It will have a negative reputation. It will damage your reputation. People will not trust you again. And trust me, it takes you more years to build a reputation, but it can take a split of a second to damage that reputation. And I don't think you want that to ever happen to you. Mistakes can cast a shadow over employee morale and lead to disengagement. When they are tired, for those people that want a place that they want to grow, they want to contribute, they want to learn, they want to impact, when they know that it's serving them, they're not getting job satisfaction, they will disengage. So you start recruiting new persons, and you start training them again, you start making them to fit into your house style and all of that. Trust me, it's going to have adverse effect on your company. The next one is loss of customer or client confidence. You lose your customer or client confidence. Take for instance, you're a fashion designer, you have to deliver a design to your client and you give the person dates to deliver and you do not meet up with that. And the person comes, you are so lackadaisical about it, you are so carefree about it, and the person is angry, is fuming. When the person leaves, he or she will not come back to you again. And you imagine how many persons you've lost because of this one person. One person can introduce 10 more people to you, and if you lose one person, know that you've lost 10 more people from that one person. Let's look at the tips for avoiding mistakes as a CEO. There are mistakes which can be corrected, which can be adjusted. You don't need to kill yourself that, I've made a mistake, so I'm down, I'm grounded. No, you can correct that. So what are you going to do for yourself is continuously learning. Learn about your job on a regular basis. Don't believe that, you studied, if you're in administration, you studied administration for 4 years in the university and after that, that's all. No, it's not. There are certain other trainings that you can take. So continuous training, continuous improvement can help you a whole lot. Take advantage of mentorship, take advantage of training seminars. Sometimes you have to pay for it. Yeah, we have training sessions that you can always subscribe to it. We can come train your company, or you can subscribe to individual training, or maybe when we open up trainings for people, you can get trained. Look for every opportunity to train yourself. Continuous training is needed in whatsoever you do. Number 2, surround yourself with strong team. There are teams that can take you many steps backward, and there are teams that can take you many steps forward. Choose a strong team. The team that when you are going astray, they can bring you back. If you have people that are always applauding you, whether you are right or you're wrong, they're always clapping for you. Not that they'll clap you to danger. So always look for people, surround yourself with people that when you go astray, they can tell you, hey, guy, boo, or hey, sir, boss, you are not supposed to do this. They can be bold enough to tell you when you're going astray. That way, you can learn. Another one is encourage open communication. Always communicate. Bring yourself down. Always listen. Pay attention to what your staff, what your customer, what your client have to say, what your management have to say. Even when you are the boss. Yes, we agree that you are the boss, but away from being the boss, what are those things? They know what you don't know. You don't know everything, irrespective of the fact that you are there, you are the aide. You don't know everything. Nobody has a monopoly of knowledge. So you borrow each other's knowledge. Learn from each other. Be open to communication. And with that, you're going to see the things that you were not able to see by yourself. You are going to move out from your own perspective and embrace others' perspective. The next one is thoroughly plan and research. Always plan. Every step that you want to take, plan the step. The strategies you are going to take. What are those things that you need to do? What are those strategies that you need to take? How are you going to achieve this? Those are the things that you need to constantly plan about and research. When you research, you will know the steps. What are those steps that you are going to take to achieve these? The things that you need to do that you don't need to spend so much, but you achieve the desired result. So we also have risk management and adaptive leadership. So when you put all these things together, trust me, you'll be able to overcome those mistakes. You'll be able to avoid those mistakes. You will not repeat those mistakes. If you have done any of those things or all of those things that I've mentioned, you are not condemned. The only thing that you need to do is sit yourself down and tell yourselves, I've realized where I didn't do well, and it's time for me to improve. It's time for me to get rid of these things, these habits. If they were habits of yours, it's time for you to get rid of them and then forge ahead. Make sure that you are a CEO that everybody will want to work with. You are the CEO that everybody wants to have business with. You are the CEO that everybody wants to emulate. And with this, you are on your way to be the best, to be a better CEO. I believe that you've learned one or two things. If you want more on this, do well to book a session with me and I'm going to take you through. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more into this, but I just said, let me share. Trust me, I've shared more than what I'm supposed to share. This is more than enough. If you practice this thing, you are going to see tremendous improvement, positive improvement in your dealings every day. Thank you so much. I would love to read from you. So thank you so much for being part of this episode of Being with B. Please like, share, comment, and that is when I know that we are in this business together. Remember, I don't need to do this alone. We are going to do this together. So thank you so much and do have a nice time. My name is Tia Blessing Ambrose and it was Being with B.